And the questions fall to the soul like dew to the pasture. Where do we go from here? What do we do with our desolation? How obscene is it that communities with the smallest carbon footprint, like low-lying islands and atolls in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, are paying the steepest price for a crisis we had almost no hand in creating? How do warm-blooded longings for equity and justice figure into global discourse dominated by the cold language of mitigation and adaptation? How do we stay sane as well as sentient? As the luminous author-activist Naomi Klein puts it, how do we stay human in a warming world? This book sadly does not answer any of these questions, not directly anyway. This collection instead attempts to trace the arc of the morally strenuous spirit that drives so many writers to take pen to paper. It is an homage of sorts to the work of the activist writer, which is the work of bearing witness, wrestling with the questions of one's day, telling children the truth. This book collates a wide range of writing, penned for various audiences, to mark a variety of occasions, from graduations and protests to birthdays and funerals, even an impending nuclear threat. Some of these pieces were not originally intended to be shared, but rather were adapted from old notes and journal entries, written at particularly memorable moments in my life. What connects all of them is not their subject matter, but their spirit, which more than anything else is a spirit of insistence. All of them, in their own way, insist on life, no matter the hour, even at the hour of death. There is a Catholic prayer for the dead that children in Guam learn early on, our parents having dragged us to more rosaries than we can remember. While the prayer is beloved by Catholics everywhere, here we cradle it closer than most, if only because there is just so much death. When a loved one dies, we descend upon a family member's home, or the village church, to pray for 9 nights. In unison we say, "Eternal rest grant unto them, O Lord, and let perpetual light shine upon them. May they rest in peace." I have recited these words thousands of times, yet it is only now, in compiling this manuscript, that I have truly reflected on their meaning. In one of the entries included here, a commencement speech I gave to the graduating class of my former high school, I talk about how reading Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist recalibrated my thinking about what it means to be a self-actualized adult, and what it takes to become one. In the speech, I tell the graduates that the only way to successfully make the journey from adolescence to adulthood is to learn how to get quiet. That is, to quiet down the noise of other people's opinions, and to take instruction instead from one's own heart. I tell them of a beautiful exchange between the alchemist and the boy after days of traveling the desert, where the alchemist explains that those who are interested only in gold do not understand the secret of alchemy. For lead, copper, and iron all have their own destinies to fulfill, and anyone who interferes with another's destiny will never discover her own. This exchange has stayed with me, like a pressing on the chest. I think I finally know why. In our spiritual lives, as much as our material ones, the same insight applies. In the same way that the earth metals have different properties, so too do their spiritual counterparts, like hope and faith. What is hope, for instance, if not a stubborn chink of light in the dark? What is faith if not setting out in that same darkness with only our belief in the light to guide us? And what of perpetual light? What are its properties? We know from the Bible that the only thing to ever precede light is love. I think that's it. Perpetual light is the ancient beauty. When we recite the prayer for the dead, we are asking God for our loved ones' safe passage. And we are offering up the only thing we have, our love, to light their way. This book is a little like that, like a love letter to young people. It seeks to call them